call this?
What are we gonna call it, Kev?
We already started.
All right, so today we're at Kev's house.
Triple quad in the house.
Yeah, it's been a while. He just got himself a new Ring doorbell, Ring Pro. After waiting around for so long and me telling him, you need a ring, it's the best purchase you'll ever get. And literally, okay, this is not a paid sponsor or paid video, but it is my favorite gizmo gadget that I own.
Put me on the hook.
I just feel the security of it, like knowing that someone rings your doorbell and that you can always pretend like you're home is just invaluable.
That's it.
Invaluable, is that right?
Invaluable is good.
Invaluable is a good term.
Plus, we found out that the company gives you lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
Even if they steal your product. So I'm on board. I want to try out. So what we're doing today is, first of all, unboxing, then installing, then setting up.
Yeah, and we'll go over some of the differences because I have the normal ring, and there's some really cool features about the Pro that I'm thinking about upgrading to if my wife lets me.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright.
So essentially, this is the Ring Video Doorbell Pro. Box looks pretty decent, nothing crazy.
After 5 minutes of trying to get the tape off the sides, we finally opened up the box. And inside the box, what do we have? Oh, look how small it is. It's so nice and thin compared to mine.
Now the beauty about the product is, unlike,
do they give you
all the colors?
Oh, they give you all the colors.
So you don't need to buy the color and be worried about it.
Oh, that's a smart change. I didn't even know that.
They give you all the faceplate colors depending on your house without needing to pay extra.
Oh my god.
Smart company.
No, so smart. I actually didn't even know that. That's a nice add-on. I'm telling you, Ring, I wish there was more companies like this that really offered great value in terms of, like, first of all, what you get out of this product, its use for its price point, and then just the fact that it gets stolen, they'll send you a free one. In 10 years from now, it stopped working, you'll get a new one. Like, 0 questions asked. More companies should be like that. And this is probably why I wouldn't buy the Nest Cam, because of how good I find Ring's services, and on top of that, $30 for a year for the cloud recording, which normally companies would probably charge you $30 a month for. Super good deal. All right, so
here we go. So they gave us a off-white, brown, and black faceplate. By default, it seems like the faceplate is silver. Frankly, I've never installed this product before, so it's gonna be a little bit redundant.
I did.
Installation hardware. So what do we got here? We've got, this is the level on the back plate. That's my assumption.
That is correct.
We got optional retrofit kit. Pro Power Kit installation. The Pro Power Kit must be wired to your internal doorbell. Protected by Ring sticker. Need installation help. Installer Pro Power Kit.
I think that's if you want the their chime.
No, I think this is if you have already a wired doorbell, right? It has power.
Yeah.
You can connect to it, and you can connect it so that it constantly has power and it's not running on battery. Correct. So this is the explanation on how to do it. We're gonna tune off for a few minutes so I can read a little bit about the product, and I can come back to you so you're not trying to watch me look. All right. So we took this bad boy apart, see what's going on. We're gonna break this down into a few steps. In my current setup at my place, I've already got a doorbell. My doorbell's wired, so I'm retrofitting it for this situation. Now, in terms of all this paperwork, this is what's important. If you notice, there's 3 little pamphlets labeled 1, 2, 3. These are the steps to start your installation process. Your first one is to actually set up your current doorbell to work with the Ring Bell Pro. With that, there's a blue box there's a small blue box within the box. Inside has all the actual kits. What you need to pre-attach it to your doorbell. Now, here's what's critical. If you go through these steps step by step, the first thing they ask you to do is download the Ring application onto your tablet, phone, either Android or Apple. The first mistake we spotted is when you sign up for a new account, there is actually no place to confirm your password. So if you put your wrong password to start on your initial sign up, you're screwed. You're gonna have to already reset before you even started going into business. So make sure you write that password down, or make sure your caps are on, or so on and so forth. Second thing, after downloading that app, there is a tutorial on how to install this. That tutorial is actually pretty well done, but small differences. Probably it's the original one and they did not update it. So in the tutorial, they showed you how to put this together, but now it seems like it's being delivered pre-installed. So the video is a little bit confusing. So essentially, this is already pre-installed. You just have to now attach 4 wires, which is these 2 that come with your Ring bell and the 2 other wires inside your doorbell in your house that will attach to the connectors here. So we're gonna head up to my doorbell.
Because they said the straight ones that you have there to bend them. But these now, ones. Yeah, so okay. These ones are straight already.
I'll show you that when we get there. Yeah, exactly. So the video is very well done, but it's a little bit confusing because a lot of the stuff is already pre-assembled. So we'll head up to my doorbell upstairs, take that guy apart, and we'll see what surprises we've got. Right, so this is my doorbell. Clearly, it's not like the ones you see in the video, which is all standard, which is typically what you see in the real world. Nothing is standard. Pretty straightforward. Mine just pops open like this. I'm gonna take it down here for a minute. So the Ring company gave me a little screwdriver. Figured I'll use it so I don't run to the garage. So exactly what they said, even though look, this thing's probably 20 years old. It says front, it says trans. So it's a pretty accurate statement. If you look at my wires, it's probably built in 1965. So hopefully it'll work. So we're essentially removing this guy.
Hopefully the wires don't fall apart.
Yeah, or break off. I'm sure you're hearing my dogs going nuts because they're barely hearing a little bit of doorbell action. Listen, YouTube, I'm going to be frank with you. We did not cut the power. This thing's 13 volts. I'm not sure why they want you to cut the power for 13 volts, like holding a battery in your hand, but better safe than sorry, maybe. All right, so this is the...
It's nice you have plenty of room for that stuff in there.
Yeah. This is the Pro Power Kit. So if you're all curious what this does, it's basically a power pack. It helps give enough power to your Ring bell because, like I said, these guys are only 13 volts. So most likely, you know, with the video capabilities and so on, they weren't getting enough power to their units. So they had to retrofit it. So, listen, you gotta admit, really well done. Clearly labeled, which one's trans, which one's front. Here's front, here's trans. So, and here are your clips. Okay, so as they had said, open this up, and now you see this guy is supposed to...
Do you remember which one was which?
Nope.
I think the bottom one was...
Yeah, of course. They line up that way. So, front...
We can go back in the video and check it out.
No, it's not that. So as you can see, this is way too long, really old wire. So I'm going to have to strip this wire a little bit, clean it up so it can fit properly in my connector. So we'll tune back in a few seconds until I get my wire strippers. So as you can see, I use my strippers right there. Strip my wires a little bit, cleaned it up so it can work properly.
Somebody come tip her.
Yeah.
She's
So
dancing
this is a
like
little bit awkward.
stripper.
All these wires, some dead weight here. Trying to get this going. So what I'm gonna decide to do is I'm gonna just take out the power pack for now. Put it up here so that I got, you know, I'm comfortable, working comfortably. So here's my trans wire. Here's the connector for my trans. I lifted it up. If you guys didn't go through the video is accurate. It's very hard to pull up, but it's done purposely. You fit the wire in and you snap in. Boom. Beautiful. Really well done. Easy to do. Same thing for the front. This is where it says front. This is where air came out of the front. Pull it up 90 degrees. Putting it directly in and clipping on. There you go. That's done. Now, tuck that away here nicely. You don't want it to touch the metal plate because the metal plate is what causes the chime to kick in. So here's the front, here's the trans. In the video, it's a nice looped and curved. Not the case. They give it to you straight. I bought a little set of pliers to make my life easier. Grabbing the front where it says front, where it's written front here. Giving it a little bend. Like that. Beautiful. Pulling the little screwdriver they gave me. Holding it down tight. Never over tighten anything. That's what I say. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the trans. Just a little bend. Slightly struggling. All right. Grab the screwdriver. Nice and tight. Okay. Now, these are the mechanical plates, so you don't want nothing touching that. So essentially the connectors, as you can see, I put them on this side. Now we've got the wires. And here's the battery pack, right? So you want the battery pack to be tucked in there. So now I'm going to put my wire back in. Okay. And here's the tape that's already on it. Let's remove the sticker for the tape. Gone. Now I'm gonna plug it somewhere here, just like that. Making sure my spring, see? These are the springs, doesn't get in the way of the wires. Perfect, 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 perfect. I'm not too happy about this guy. I'm gonna move it this way. There you go. All done. Now we can close it up.
Pièce de résistance.
Perfect. Guys, remember, this is my first time doing it. I unbox it with you. So this isn't premeditated, pre-established. So these are the challenges that you're going to go through. All right, next, off to the next step. Hey guys, so we're outside now. A few things. If you remember the beginning of the video, there was 3 papers. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So we essentially accomplished the step 1 of the booklet. Now we're in step 2. So we're outside of the house. If you notice, the light's still on. That means I still have power. I never took off the power like I told you. My old doorbell. Not sure how all other doorbells work, but mine is a simple slide up and it comes off the back plate. So the first thing I have to do, as you can see, I still have my 1965 wires here. I'm going to disconnect my old doorbell, disconnect the back plate, and try to figure out how to make this go. So we'll tune off. Look, 2 screws, 2 screws. That's all really it is. See you in all in a few minutes.
Hi, Kev. We're back.
What's up, guys? Triple Quad and Zambos again. All right, so we evaluate the situation. Look what's going on. Obviously, these videos that they show you is always best case scenario, and in most cases, best case scenario never applies. So as you can see in my doorbell, there's no hole in the wall. It was actually framed directly on the door frame of my house from my old doorbell, 2 screws. Secondly, in their video they show a back. They don't show the back plate that comes with the device, but there's a back plate if you want to use it, where essentially you can install the back plate and put the ring bell on it. I recommend to use it if you can, for 2 reasons. One, there's a level, so you can level your ring bell properly. Secondly, it gives you a little bit more spacing for your wiring, especially if the hole's not very big. In my case, I can't use it because I'm very limited in space. My wires, I don't want them to stick out. Plus, I don't want two holes in my side framing, so I'm gonna be putting it back exactly where it is. Now, I did nothing here. The only thing you guys miss is screwing the two screws for my two wires. It doesn't matter front, rear, you can put them either way, no panic. So what the installation app doesn't tell you, that there's a button beside your Ring Bell Pro, which we noticed. So we actually figured, let's not screw it in yet, see what's going on. Go see the next app, and essentially you need to press this button. So if you're in the same situation as me, and I want to screw it in, and I can't press the button after, I'm in trouble. So we haven't screwed the Ring Bell Pro yet. I've pressed the button.
We're gonna do the setup first.
Now we're gonna do the setup first, and then I'm gonna finalize it by screwing it into the wall after. So this is the video which you guys would have seen. It's asking you what question, whether you have a digital doorbell, don't have a doorbell, or mechanical. Ours was a mechanical. So press and release a small button on the side of your Ring doorbell, which we did. When that happens, it starts going in circle. As you can see, it's going in circles. Continue. Now it wants me to set up
you have to go into your settings, then go to your Wi-Fi, and connect to the Ring. Because now it does like a Wi-Fi hotspot when it's doing this, so that you can connect the app right away, and then it can take your saved Wi-Fi information.
That's it. So let's press the home button. If you have an Android device, you're gonna have to go through the Android way. This is through the App Store. So settings, Wi-Fi.
We should see Ring pop up there on the right.
I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi. Try again. No Ring. Interesting. So I'm gonna press this button again. It's definitely not JFK. Turn it off, turn it back on. Maybe too close to the device, that can happen too.
We're back in different attire 2 months after originally filming the first part of this video up until this moment. You'll see why shortly.
Well, yeah, essentially, again, the whole point of Shoppers Therapy, real life situations, real live installations, real live reviews, not the premeditated, pre-set up by the book. So you can hit those snags, find those issues, and give you the details that you need. So we're gonna head upstairs now and get into the problems, what we did, how we fixed it. Enjoy the rest of the video. So first thing you'll notice, I have a new doorbell from the last time we did the video, but that has nothing to do with the Ring. My wife got tired of the old look, so she wanted me to get something a little bit more modern. We're not gonna make a video how to install a doorbell, so forget about that. Long story short, if you guys remember, we hit a snag. The actual bell wasn't emitting a hotspot where I can connect to it and essentially get it to hook up to my Wi-Fi so that we can set it up. It was just going in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles. So we stopped the video there. Started doing some research, made a few phone calls to Ring, and what is supposed to be an easy setup is never an easy setup. What the main issue was is that my actual Ring wasn't getting enough power, not enough voltage. How do we do that? Well, I had to use my trusty old little multimeter. $4.99. Please guys, not that expensive, you can buy it. You don't need an electrician's degree to figure out how to make this work. So outside on the doorbell, the two wires, I measured the voltage. It was showing me 10 volts. If I look at the specifications of the Ring, it says minimum 16. So I wasn't getting enough power. Same thing with the doorbell. So if the doorbell, you can also measure it from the doorbell. I'm just doing you a live example here. See right now, because I've already fixed this problem, it's measuring 19 volts. When before I was getting 8 volts, 9 volts. So the Ring wasn't getting enough power to be able to function. So how do we fix that? Well, every household as you know, if you look at any electrical outlet, is 110 volts. See? 110 volts. So how come doorbells and front doorbells are only 10, 12 volts? Because somewhere in your house, there's this transformer. Steps down the voltage. So it takes 110, steps it down, and sends you out 16 or 20 or whatever type of voltage you have, whatever type of transformer that you have. So I had to look for mine. Two possible places where it could be. One, it could be in fact behind your doorbell. So look for that behind your doorbell. Sometimes there's a much bigger opening. There's a trap. They put the transformer there. Or it could be in your electrical box, which where mine was. So let's head over to the electrical box and show you guys. Let me show you guys what a transformer looks like. That's what a transformer looks like. It doesn't necessarily need to be sitting there. It could be dangling here, dangling anywhere around your box. But mine is sitting on top of the actual panel. This is my new one that I installed. So I'm going to show you what I did to install it. If you're wondering where you can buy these transformers, Home Depot, Lowe's, any construction, renovation stores have these. You'll find them in the electrical section, and you'll find them near the doorbells. Even the new modern doorbells require higher voltage, so at 24 volts, so you'll need to buy a transformer anyways. If it's not in your panel and it's not in behind the doorbell, there is a small possibility if you have a home alarm system, wherever the main home alarm system box is might be there, and if it's not there, well, you're out of luck. You're gonna have to figure it out. So this is a standard electrical panel. If you're not comfortable playing around the box, don't do this. Get an electrician to come out. I don't mind, so I did it. So my panel has 2, 4, 6 screws. So I'm just going to take off these 6 screws, nothing else, and then we'll be right back. Hey YouTube, let me first off say that you should be, in your panel, you should be using a rubber screwdriver and not a metal one. But I don't have one, so I just have to be extra careful. So make sure you got one with a rubber top. So this panel, as you can see, just comes right off. That's it. That's all it is, 6 screws. So let me show you. So my old transformer was also sitting there, and it was basically, if you look here, it has 3 wires, the black and the white that go to it, and then up here, this was the actual original wiring that came to the transformer, so I just reattached it. Really simple. It's literally just 2 screws, just like the Ring doorbell. Just gotta attach them. So all I did is, first of all, I followed the line. So this one was coming here, which is fine, and then this live wire went into this breaker. So I turned off that breaker. Once I turned off that breaker, there was no more current coming here. So I took out it up, reattached it, put them back on. See? The third wire that comes out of it is a green wire. That's your ground, right? That's your ground. So I attached it to the panel as a ground, turned on my breaker, went upstairs, remeasured it. I had 20 volts. I had bought a 20 volt transformer. I had enough power. Reset the Ring bell, got a hotspot, started working. So, long story short, Ring says it's an easy install. It's only an easy install maybe on a modern house which has the most recent transformers, enough power, that there's no hiccups. The Ring bell regular version comes with batteries. So if you can't get power to the door, or you're having power issues and you don't want to invest in a new transformer, or you don't feel comfortable working out in the panel, you don't want to change it, you can always go with that version because it's battery powered. Nino has that version. Zambos, and he can tell you that the battery lasts, I think, pretty long, right?
Except for this weekend.
Yeah, except for this weekend. So this was the main issue. I literally had a power issue with the Ring Bell Pro, and I had to replace this transformer to get it going. It's maybe seems overwhelming, but it's really not. If you take your time and you pay attention and you're careful, it's fine. If not, if the Ring Bell's an important product for you, you want it in your house, call an electrician. Just tell them I need a new transformer installed for my doorbell. 20-volt transformer. They'll come out and they'll install you a new transformer. You'll get the right power and you're good to go. Fun fact: we just took a 5-minute video and we went to review it and there was no audio, so this is like a repeat. Technology, love it but hate it. All right, so after you fix your power problems or Wi-Fi issues, hopefully not, you'll be in the setup screen. So doorbells, choose your doorbell type. Our case, Ring Video Doorbell Pro, front door, back door, let's say front door, and address. I'm not showing you my address.
Yeah, no.
So once you're done your setup, you should be at this screen, which is basically the settings menu for your Ring Bell Pro. Here's the settings section. So the device name's up here, front door, the location, the doorbell kit settings. That's your actual doorbell inside your house, right? So if you got a digital one, or if you've got
mechanical one,
mechanical
chime.
It's not letting me change it right now. Oh, it's down here. My bad. Mechanical, digital, or if you don't have any, then you can ask it. You can tell it how long you want it for, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatnot. And so you can also say if you don't want it to ring inside your house or do ring inside your house. So that's pretty cool. After that, I think the most important setup that you have to do is your motion settings. So essentially, I purchased this specific doorbell Pro because of the motion settings. I think they were really, really well done. So first things is essentially the motion sensitivity. So people only, something in between, maybe some alien, I don't know, and then all motion. I chose the middle. I figured just makes the most sense, but this is not what impresses me. What impresses me is the motion zone. So the motion zone, here's outside of my house on a Christmas snowy day. All right, so if you'll notice here, there's a blue area and there is a green area. So I have two motion zones set up. So what this does is I'm actually telling the Ring Bell where I want it to detect motions and where I don't want it to detect motion. So the blue and the green is where I want, everything else is what I don't want. I live on a pretty busy street, so if I would set it up like this, every time a car would pass by, it would essentially tell me, hey, you've got motion in front of your house. So this is not what I want. I don't want it to even be here, which is what the sidewalk is. So I don't want that either, because like I said, I live in a busy street. People walk their dogs. There's always something going on. So I set it up in a sense where you're physically actually need to be on my property or on my driveway for it to take off, to warn me. Now after this, there's a motion schedule. I don't use it. I guess it's a cool feature for certain people, but personally I want to know all the time if there's motion in front of my house. Some people, maybe they don't. Certain time of the day, they're not really interested. So you can set that up. After that, here are your event history. So these are all the histories you have. So the Ring Bell, when you purchase the product, it's a no subscription based product. So you can use it all the time for live view, talk to people through the cam, through the Ring Bell when there's someone at your door and so on. But if you want to see past video histories or past motion, let's say going back to like, I don't know, all the way back to November or December, well, you won't be able to get that info if you're not subscribed with Ring Bell, which is a $3 a month plan. So here's one, let's say December 20th at 9:30 a.m. It was a nice sunny day. And it looks like I had a delivery of some postal service. I know, this guy's not happy he's on YouTube right now. So let's get him out of here. So long story short, if you want history, then you need to subscribe. If you don't care for history, you just want live action, then
And $30 for the year, I think, for what the service provides, I think is a very, very fair deal.
Yeah, very reasonable. Exactly. So one thing that I love about this device is they're trying to make it as home friendly, meaning like as an individual you'll be able to repair issues or fix issues. They've got a whole device health section. So voltage says very good. That's the problem that we fixed. Signal strength, that's your Wi-Fi signal. So it's good. Then you got all kinds of tools. So you can test your Wi-Fi, troubleshoot notification issues, run system status, device health support, or you can actually contact support directly from here, Ring Bell. Now, I did call them. Let me tell you, their customer support, they're very friendly, but they're not very knowledgeable. I think it's just a call center. It's not owned by Ring Bell. I think it's one of those companies that manage multiple products. They do, maybe they have contracts for like 100 different products, and they have like a screen what to go for. I had to really do my own research to figure out what's going on. So I would count on them for maybe product replacements or some basic information. But come to our channel, I think, if you want more info. It's that bad. Apart than that, here's a live view. It never takes this long. Not sure why doing this. Of course, when we're on YouTube, it starts acting funny. Interesting. 1 second. I'll just restart the app.
That thing sitting here, though. It'll hurt your knees.
All right, guys. Listen, I've had the product for a very long time. It's the first time that's ever happened. So don't take that as any type of indication that the product's not good. It works pretty well. So this is to hang up. This is a talk. So I can hear outside what's happening, and if I hit the mic, I'm on mute. If I'm talking, they can hear me talking. If I hang up. So this is cool when you can fake that you're home, talk to the person essentially. Don't have to leave the package, whatnot. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear.
Than mine. I need an upgrade.
Like you can literally hear the snowfall. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. But you can hear people talking. Who's talking? Who knows? Anywho, so that's the Ring. Great product, great security. And just to show you take it a little step further. For that, you see, Ring.com operational video devices, 192. I'm at a 99.92% uptime. So I think it's they really put a lot of thought into the product. It works well, like I said. I wouldn't replace my home alarm system with this, but I would definitely. It's nice to complement it. So, look, Ring, great product. We'll do a full review, right? I think at some point we can sit down and do a full review. We'll do it on a nice summer day.
Yeah.
So it'll be in a few months. So we can test and figure out different types of strategies to do the review on the product. But overall, look, I've been using it for a few months. You've got the older generation.
I've had mine for 3 years now.
Yeah, so
I love it. It's the first thing I suggest anyone to buy when they have a new house.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you want like a condo,
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. First buy, no questions asked. Whatever the price is, you buy this device.
And don't get me wrong, these issues that I have with the voltage and these installation issues, they're not really Ring Bell's problem. Like, this is like issues that my house had in terms of my house is built in the 60s. At that time, transformers were 10 volts. That's what the standard was. And I just didn't get enough power to my device. So I had to upgrade my my transformer.
I think that's one of like the strength that a lot of these home automation things have, like Ring Bell, like Nest. They have to be as common problemless as possible. They have to be able to work on a variety of houses from the 60s up until now. Yeah. Even earlier houses. And I think a lot of them have done a really great job of being able to be put on almost anybody's house. Yeah. So props. Here's Shoppers Therapy's advice. You're looking to buy the Ring Bell. Here's what you need to do.
go check your current doorbell. Is it wired or is it unwired? If it's not wired, meaning it's battery based, right? Then Ring Bell Pro, not for you. It won't work. You need the Ring Bell original version, and I think they just came out with a new model that's also battery powered. But double check their website. Second, if you do have it wired, just go in front of your house, take out the doorbell, measure what kind of voltage you're getting. If you're getting 10 volts, 8 volts, 12 volts, 13 volts, not going to cut it. First, do your upgrade. Get your transformer up to date. If you can do it yourself, great. I did it myself. It's not that hard, but if you don't feel comfortable on the electrical panel, I get you. So call an electrician, get that done.
that takes like 2 seconds to unscrew your doorbell and measure the voltage before you run out and buy this or order it on Amazon and wait for delivery. Grab a screwdriver.
That's it.
Get a multimeter, $4, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you don't even need to necessarily get the multimeter. I'll be very honest with you. If you look at your doorbell and it's a digital doorbell and you look at the voltage requirements of your digital doorbell, usually there's like a label on it. It says minimum is like 16 volts or 18 volts, and you know it. And if it's working, that means you know it's getting 16 volts, right? But get a multimeter. It's always good to house. Listen, I got kids. I always measure the batteries if they're good or not. This is, I think, the only negative point of Ring that I'll say is, hey, they don't tell you step by step before you open the box, before you buy the product. Here's a preparation you can do before purchasing our product. You know, maybe on their website, set up a way where you can chime in your current setup at your house, and they can recommend you the best product for your household. I think that's a great point that they can work on for the future. But so, are you wired or you're not? If you're not wired, then Ring Bell Pro not for you. Choose a battery-based product. If you are wired, measure the voltage. If you're under 16 volts, change your transformers. If you're planning to put 2 ring bells, put a 24-volt transformer on your unit. Once you got those steps done, right? Before I even buy the product, honestly, go around your front door, take your phone and check your Wi-Fi signal. If your Wi-Fi signal is like barely 1 bar, you know you're going to have Wi-Fi issues around that area. So you have to start projecting or forecasting that you might need to buy an extender to make sure you can reach there. So that's an extra step that you can take. But if your Wi-Fi signal is good and you're being able to set up, you got the right voltage, then this will be plug and play. You literally take it out, just like we showed you in the video in the beginning, how to install it, and you'll be running like nobody's business.
Yep.
That's it. This was Shoppers Therapy. We just came up with a cool new logo. Hopefully you guys like it. Give us some likes.
Yeah. Let us know if there's actually any products you guys would like to have reviewed.
Yeah, comment. Let us know.
Stuff around the house. There's a lot of things that we take for granted that we have in the house. Like the Lutron systems. Yeah. That we haven't, we don't even think about that stuff because we're just using it every day. Yeah. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask us questions.
Yeah, Lutron light switches, cigar humidors.
Everything. Whatever complications, if you're between buying a MacBook or an iPad or an XPS, you let us know and we'll give you our feedback what you should buy. Help you out.
Plus, Christmas just came. Sure, a lot of you got a lot of cool little new gifts. Let us know some cool products. Let us know some stuff that you really enjoy that you got over the holidays. We'll try to purchase it, do some reviews on it, check them out, look at it. That's the whole point of this channel.
All right, guys.
Thanks
a lot.
Shoppers Therapy out.